And let me just be clear. A lot of us in my generation who rejected the church did so not because we're not God's children, not because we don't believe in the Lord, but because we saw so many folks in the church behaving in a way that was so opposite of what they were telling us God was that we could not possibly want to follow that. This is no judgment. I get it. We're supposed to get to know God for ourselves. But as we were being introduced to the Lord, to the good news, it was really punitive. It was really about shaming and shunning. And it really was not about the grace and the love and the unconditional love, the forgiveness of God, which would make folks want to get to know God. Do you see? So I just say all that to say, I'm just coming out to share my perspective because I get it. I've been on both sides. I grew up in the church and I never stopped believing in God. I never stopped believing in the Lord. Never. I was just trying to find my own way because the way I was introduced to this faith, to this walk, it didn't carry me where I needed it to carry me. But I'm grateful because all things work together for the greater good for those who love the Lord. Do you see? Because now I know a perspective. I know why my folks, especially Black folks, all the pain and trauma that we've gone through, the toxicity of our relationships and our families that are hypocrites. We was like, this is not healing. We didn't know. But now God is reclaiming his children. Reclaim it. It's like full circle moment. And now folks like me and so many other people who are having this testimony are able to assist and be there for those who are getting into the new age and into the occult. It's like trying to chase the wind, trying to catch the wind, trying to heal yourself. The inner work never ends. I've been there, done that. Shadow work, trauma work, childhood wounds, meditation journal. I'm not even mocking it because I know for a lot of us, this is still helpful in your spiritual journey. But it will come full circle and God's children will come back and you will see in the end that it was all God in the first place. And that you don't have to go all around and around and around because his yoke is easy and his burden is light, baby. I was in a class and I was the youngest one. Most of the members, the Bible study members, were a lot older. It was virtual. And we were talking about forgiveness and they were talking about Trump. Now, do I like Trump? What do you think? What? But it was so funny that I was on a call with about 10 elders. When I say elders, I mean 70, 60, 70 plus, who were like, if something bad happened to Trump, I'm sorry, Lord, he deserved it. And I was like, no, and I'm not judging, but what I'm saying is, don't be so quick to judge new age spirituality folks and think that they are not children of God. Because I know a lot of people in the church who can't even forgive. I'm all about my people, but I'm all about God's work. I can forgive in my heart and see a perspective from the Most High that Trump or whoever else we have a problem with, a valid problem with, whoever else is still worthy of compassion. And that's just a little example of how it's like, you can't just say that folks in the church are holier or more set apart or closer to the Lord. For sure. Gossiping and whispering. We've seen it. We lived it. I grew up in the church. I was like, well, this don't make sense to me. But now God is allowing us to find him for ourselves. All of us. Love, love, love. And when I say all of us, I mean every single one of us. When you accept God's love for you and what the Lord did for us, it's freeing. And no, it's not an excuse. I know a lot of our new age folks, we like to say that Christians like to use Jesus as an excuse and blame the devil. I get it. We're not saying that. We're talking about accountability, and we're talking about faith-based confidence, faith-based self-esteem. Look how much God loved you. Look what he did for you. And even when you mess up and continue to mess up for the rest of your life because you ain't perfect, he's still gonna love you. And you don't gotta beg for it. You ain't gotta fight for it. You just receive it because it's a gift. A gift is free.